Hi and welcome back to the ToneBar channel. Okay, today we're gonna start off with a little playing of the D18. We'll play the D18 for a little bit, and then we got a new guitar. We're gonna put do some before and after. It's the Epiphone Master Built DR-500. Solid top. It's a satin finish, so we're going to work on that. But first, we're just going to get some sounds. Y'all tired of hearing me talking? Let's just hear what the guitar sounds like. This guitar has a tone bar in it. This guitar, these strings, these GHS bright bronze have been on here for 6 months. The video of the installation of the tone bar on this D18 is 6 months ago, same strings. The tone bar, that's a guitar top with pins in it. The pins have been around for 100 years. They just wedge the ball ends down inside the string, inside the pin holes. They do nothing to help the contact. They do nothing to help the string ball ends to contact the bridge plate. This is a patented tone bar. The tone bar goes through all the ball ends of your strings, like it shows right there in the logo. You get complete contact all the way across your bridge plate. Every string is lined up the way it was wound on the machine. There's no more pins to slip. There's no more pins to break. Pins, throw the pins away. They do nothing. You're getting better contact. You do nothing. The tone bar does nothing to your guitar. It's just a string accessory that you add to the strings and you pull them through like a ponytail. We'll show you that on the master build. I don't know how long this little series is going to take. I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush through this. So if we have 3 episodes, I can only do a half an hour at a time. So we'll go with that. So here's a. With a tone bar on your guitar, you're going to hear all the little nuances, all the overtones, the sustain. It basically, the guitar hums along with all the notes you're playing. It makes your guitar sound better. It's crazy to say, but the tone bar, all you're doing is changing the method and system of the way your strings are put on your guitar. You're not changing your guitar at all. You can use the same set of strings. You can put a new set of strings on there, but what you're going to get is when you hit a chord, this top's going to vibrate, pushing more air out. but the air it's pushing out is sound, which is all the little nuances of the notes that you've never heard before, because your strings are not activating your bridge plate. I'm not doing no fancy sound manipulation. I got two little lavalier mics here hooked to a splitter. Okay, it's here on a video. When you're looking at this remotely, it's hard. You can't smell, you can't feel, you're just listening to your little speakers or your headphones, however you're doing it. But let me do a little maybe some analogies that'll help you understand what the ToneBar does. Now, I'm an old hi-fi guy, and I've literally listened to some of the finest speakers ever built in the world. That's been my hobby since I was 20. Okay, I'm almost 70, so I've been listening to speakers for a long time. The only thing ain't failing on me is my ears. Okay, so listening to okay, I'm gonna skip to the chase here. Listening to speakers on YouTube, you can't really get a feel or a sound or a feel of what speakers sound like in a room through a good hi-fi with the proper amplification. You can't do that. I mean, you can hear little, you know, most speakers have a character to them, and you can hear that, but you're not getting the full experience of that. Now, the only way I can explain to you what the experience is on a guitar with pins in it, as opposed to a guitar with a tone bar in it, is conventional speakers have a certain sound. Those speakers sound good. Those speakers make vocals sound good. Those speakers make piano sound good. Those speakers sound good for a reason. But a lot of you, you need to research and look up Magnepan. Magnepan speakers, which I have some 1.6s. I've had Magnepans for going on 30 years now. In all my hi-fi exploration and evaluation, the Magnepans, when you hear a set of Magnepans, you're not hearing speakers. You're hearing whatever instrument that you're playing back. You're hearing the instrument. You're hearing the guitar. You're hearing you can hear sometimes you can hear the kick pedal move on a bass drum. There's things, the speaker, a Magnepan is a different way of speaker. Most speakers are a voice coil that moves in and out on a magnet from north to the south pole. It's just a magnetic thing, okay? And with a cone, you know what a speaker is, okay? Well, Magnepans are a 6-foot piece of mylar with the wire running up and down and magnets behind them, and the whole panel moves. So what you hear is a different experience than listening to conventional speakers. So I told you all that to tell you this: when you put a tone bar in your guitar, this thing, it's got a completely different, whatever characteristic it had, it's going to be enhanced. You're going to get more sustain. You're going to get clearer notes. You're not going to get any string slippage through because of the pins. You're going to get this. You're going to get much better palm muting access. It looks better. It's cleaner looking. And then when you change strings, you don't have to fight the pins. You just, loosen the strings and the tone bar just falls down because it's being held up here. It's being held up by the string pressure. When you let the string pressure on, that tone bar, boop, it goes down. Okay, so putting a tone, and look and read the feedback on eBay. Get on eBay, put in ToneBar, and you'll see the seller, me, Cousin Earl Studios. Read the feedback. It makes the people, it's not me just saying this, this is the comments of actual users. These strings have been on here 6 months, and they still ring out. Okay, now let's go. This is just a laminated back and side D18 kit. We'll set that there for now. Now here's what we got today. Is we got a Epiphone with that old school headstock, and this guitar sounds pretty good. It's got a solid spruce top. This is called a master built. And it sounds pretty good, but it's got pins in it. So we're going to change, we're going to play this. It sounds pretty good, but from my experience, what I'm hearing is a little bit of fuzziness. It's the notes are just a little fuzzy. And again, I'm not getting as much top vibration as I was on this one with the tone bar in it, and the neck's not, I'm not feeling the neck resonate. Just a little bit, not like it does when you have a tone bar. The tone bar makes the whole guitar resonate, and you get a different experience. Some users, some tone bar users have emailed me and said, man, when I put that tone bar in there, I wrote a song. The guitar just spoke to me. I wrote a song. And the other guy says, man, I've been an electric player. I think it's Ray from, I don't know where, I think Ray's from Boston, I can't remember. But this guy said, man, I was a rock and roller and I just played my electric guitar all the time, but since I put a tone bar in there, he goes, man, I'm an acoustic guitar player now. Well, this guitar sounds pretty good. Not bad. But we're going to put a tone bar in it. All right, we're going to put a tone bar in this with these same strings. We're going to take these damn pins out of here, and we're going to put a tone bar with these same strings on it. Okay, so get a tone bar. They're on eBay. They're on Reverb. I ship them with tracking, Ground Advantage, so you get them in 3 or 4 days, and you can track your package. So that everybody's getting them, and you're getting them pretty quick. And this guitar here is a friend of mine. His brother sent it to him for his birthday. That was awful nice of him. So he's got a very nice brother, and we're gonna put a tone bar in this guitar. Okay, let's see how we can work this out. We'll leave that down there. All right, we're going to leave that right there. And then we're just going to pull our little well, that worked out really good. All right. So I don't have the ability to do any video editing or nothing. So I'm stuck with, here's a patent. That's what your guitar looks like with the shadow of with the tone bar underneath. The ball ends line up in the middle of the peg holes. And that's what is going on underneath your bridge. That's the bridge plate with the tone bar in it. Now it shows both ends bent up to 90. I've had some actual users say you don't have to bend it up to 90, but you do have to bend it just slightly to keep the strings from sliding off. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the camera here. Now, when you buy a tone bar, what do you get? You get the patented tone bar. It's a proprietary piece of brass that I have made. You can't go to buy it. You get a sticker for your guitar case, and you get an instruction sheet with a serial number on it. So I'm happy to say that I got, on this channel, I got 3,500 subscribers, and I believe I've sold almost that many. So sales are real steady. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, yeah, we got this microphone right here. Okay, now I'm going to put a new set of strings on it, but not now. I'm going to put a tone bar in. That's what y'all been clamoring for. This is don't sound bad. Okay, so we're going to use the same strings, and we're going to use a tone bar. So now you guys will know what we got to do to change the string. We're going to take these pins out, and we're going to put a tone bar in it. Here's our tone bar. We're going to use that. We got our little bending tool. Okay, so what we're going to do is just undo these strings here at the top. If I can get these glasses to stay on. Hope everybody out there is doing good, getting ready for Thanksgiving. It's the best feast of the year. Okay, so just undo your strings. And like I said, this may be a 2 or 3 part episode, but we're gonna follow this all the way out. Now this one's got a red G string on it. The G string is red. They sell those red or different color strings. I don't get that, but that's just the way it is. Now I'm going to clean this guitar up, but I'm going to put these strings on here and put this tone bar in here first. And then we're going to get a before and after. And then the next video is we're going to put a new set of strings on it and put the same tone bar back in it. So sorry I was gone for a while. I hadn't put a video on in a week or so. I had a little fall, and I was down for a week or so. It ain't no fun when you get old and you fall. That's leading cause of the downfall of old people is falling. So don't fall. Be careful. And this guitar is a DR-500 MNS. That means Master Built Natural Satin. Okay, now we got, let me move this camera over a little bit. I can just move my table over just a little bit. I knocked the microphone over. That's the way. That's how you do it. Okay. So we're going to leave these. Take these pins out. These pins got little stars on the end of them. Look how big they are. Look how big they are and all beat up. Things all beat up. Pins have been around a long time, and like I said, thank God for pins, but now we have a new, look at there, pin broke. Pin broke. That's the problem with pins. They break. I don't have another pin with a star on it, and I'm just pulling them out with the regular tool. All right. All right, so how you fix that? So you take your peg winder and you put it up in here. It ain't coming up that way. You gotta take your pinchers here. They're not coming up. I know it sounds like I'm smacking on it hard. I'm just tapping the end of that pin. All I'm doing. See, look, that's what happens. With pins, they break. They break. They're junk. Get rid of them. If the, let me see here. If the only thing that the ToneBar did is get rid of the pins, that would be a blessing. But this ain't what that's not what's happening. The ToneBar is adding so much tone to the guitar. It's just, you have to experience it to believe it. Okay, now when you got you want the curve of the string to follow the same curve it has before. But see, these pins, when you have pins in there, those ball ends are just in there all different kinds of ways. You have no way of knowing which way those ball ends are bent around. All right, so we got the E and the A on there. Same strings. Same strings. All right, we got the E, A, and the D on there. Okay, all you gotta do is keep them other strings out of the way. Now here's that red one. that evil red one. Okay, 2 more. It's hard to do this with the strings already been all curly-cued at the other end. Okay, 1 more to go. And I'm going to fix these ends here where they've been all bent up. Okay, now when we get all the strings on there, we got all our strings on there. See that? You can even do this. It'll smooth out your path in there. Now we take our little ToneBar bending tool and just bend it up. Just give it a little bitty wiggle. Okay, now the moment of truth. You just kind of separate these out a little bit. You get all the slack out. You just pull them up, and you can see each ball end underneath there in that hole. Where's this one at? There she is. That B string is not cooperating. Why? The B string is all tangled up with the other one. Okay. There we go. That's why I don't like to put in the same set of strings on here, because you get all these strings been bent all kind of different ways. There's that one. Okay. All right. So now we've got all these out of the way. I'm holding the I'm getting everything all messed up. All right, I can get that out of there afterwards. All right, so this is the D string. Now, if you've got a tone bar, you are on the cutting edge of new acoustic guitar tones. You cannot get this sound with brass pins, ivory pins. If you're using a pin, you can't get this sound. You can't get this contact area. You can't get this. The tone bar is a whole new way of installing your strings. And these things are hooked up. Oh, Lord. They're all tied up with the... Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right, like I said, the tone bar is... I went to the music store the other day, and a new set of pins are $11. A tone bar is $9 plus $2 shipping. That's $11. It's the same price as $12. Yeah, it's $11. It's the same price as a new set of pins. But as we just showed you, those pins are going to get brittle and break. I've never had a tone bar break. You put a tone bar in there, it'll last a long time through many string changes. Many string changes. It's easier to change the strings once you've converted your guitar to a tone bar, because you don't have to mess with the pins. Okay. I can't see that little B string was all bent up. We're going to try this, but like I said, it's hard to do that with the same set of strings because they're all messed up and they're all bent. Sometimes I did this and they break because they've been bent. On a tone bar, when you put the strings on the tone bar, all the strings are lined up like they were on the machine. They don't bend. They all go back on the same way every single time. And we're already 34 minutes into this, and we may not be able, just fast forward, through all this bull crap, because sometimes this is difficult. All right, here's that red one. Thanks for hanging out for this long. It's gonna take a few more seconds here. Alright, let's see if we can tighten up his B string. This thing is way too long. These strings that have already been on there are a nightmare. Still too long. See, if I had video editing, I could edit all this out. Okay, same set of strings. You can rewind it, go to the first of the video and listen to the difference of what this guitar sounded with strings. Okay, now the little E, and we'll be starting to play the tuning song here just in a second. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got now. Woo, I bet that didn't sound good. That didn't sound good. All right, hang on. Man. Hang on, knock my other microphone over. That wasn't good. Well, we're just not having a good time today, are we? Okay. All right. The tops vibrate more. I can feel it in the neck. Sounds a little more fuller. It's not as fuzzy. See, the tone bar cleans those notes up, makes them clearer. Same strings, no pins. One of the pins broke. Okay, my time's running out, so we're going to come back right after this episode, and we're going to take these old strings off, put a new set of strings on with the same tone bar. So stay tuned, same bad time, same bad channel, and take care of those that you love.